It is officially the Life of a Showgirl day. Taylor Swift has dropped her new album. We've been waiting for it since she announced it, obviously. It's a Taylor Swift album. It's a massive event. I'm up very early to listen to this. I am not sure this is the kind of atmosphere that she imagines this record being listened in, but I'm excited to listen nonetheless. This has been completely written and co-produced with Max Martin and Shellback, both of whom she hasn't worked with since Reputation. So this is quite a switch up for Taylor. She spent the last couple records working almost exclusively with Aaron Dessner and Jack Antonoff. They are both gone on this album, replaced with Max and Shellback. Obviously, we're expecting, after Tortured Poets Department, for this to be her major return back into pop music. I'm kind of thinking that it's going to be like peeling the curtain behind the Eras tour, seeing exactly what was going on, but also I'm expecting plenty of love songs. She's obviously engaged to Travis Kelce. I've tried to avoid as much as I can about the album over the past couple days so that we can just enjoy it right now, and that's exactly what we're going to do. If you like reactions just like this, make sure you follow. You should also come and listen to my podcast, The Pop Pod. We've done a lot of Taylor this week. We're going to talk about the album today as soon as I'm done with this. I also ranked Max and Taylor's collaborations earlier in the week. I'll drop the link for that down below. Let's just get into the Life of a Showgirl. Track number 1, which I believe is the first single, The Fate of Ophelia. Okay, this is not the production I was expecting from Max. This feels almost like Fleetwood Mac. Come on, give us a chorus. Let's go. I like the way her voice sounds in this. Okay, I already feel like I have to completely change my expectations for this record, because if this is the first single, this isn't like the glossy pop banger I was expecting. I like it, but it's way more kind of 70s flavored, very different. I'm not that familiar with Hamlet. I did it at school, but I'm not that familiar, so I'm not sure of this whole story. It's a really pretty sounding song. This is so different for Max and Shellback. This is the bit where it kind of gets me. Come on, give us a good bridge. I mean, her voice sounds really nice. I do like the chorus. Interesting. That is very interesting. I mean, I don't think that song is too different to what she was doing maybe it's a little different to what she was doing on Tortured Poets, but definitely not Midnights. It's got that 70s kind of flavor that she's been really working into since like Anti-Hero. The chorus does feel a little glossier. There's a bit more melodic stickiness. The first time I heard it, I was like, And by the last one, I was getting on board with it. I'm just so interested. I guess I was expecting a different sound from Max and Shellback, and maybe we will get that. But as a first single, it's very interesting. It's not like the smack in your face that you're kind of anticipating, and maybe that's a good thing. Let's go into track number 2, Elizabeth Taylor.
Elizabeth Taylor, do you think it's forever?
Okay, this is already sounding a little more like what I expected.
That view of Portofino was on my mind when you called me at the Plaza Athénée.
There are those Folklore Evermore-esque lyrics.
To be me. All the right guys on my mind, I think you know why. And if your letters ever said goodbye, I cried my eyes wide at Elizabeth Taylor. Tell me for real, do you think it's forever?
There we go. There's that Max production. I think this is about Travis, but I kind of like this way of, I mean, she's not really looking at it through the eyes of Elizabeth Taylor, but I like that she is mentioning like showgirls from the past who have obviously had the same amount of like scrutiny and eyes on them. It's early. Excuse me. I'm going to get there eventually.
Hey, what could you possibly get for the girl who has everything?
There's those like Fleetwood Mac guitars again.
I would trade the Cartier for someone to trust. Ooh, look at me.
Who says she's bad news?
And I think you know why. And if you ever
This bit's really beautiful. This chorus is feeling a little clunky to me. I'm trying to think what the production reminds me of. See, I really like this kind of like luscious string section in this, but there's not enough of it. Interestingly, on both of these songs, they've started to hook me on the final chorus. Weirdly, I do kind of like this 70s-esque like drums that come in. Okay, interesting. The Fate of Ophelia is definitely the better one so far, but that has more of the production that I was expecting in terms of those drums that really just smack you over the head. The chorus wasn't really getting me the first time around. It was kind of getting me towards the end. Maybe this is going to be an album that I'm going to have to go back to and really dig into. Interesting. Let's keep going so I can formulate my thoughts. I feel like we need 3 songs to really get into a groove. This is Opalite. Again, the 70s influence is huge. There, wow. I do like the sound of this though. Her voice does sound like beautifully crisp across the whole record so far. Life is a song, it ends when it ends. I was wrong. Come on. Okay, here we go. like that.
Never made no one like you before.
That's really nice.
Understand
Best
it,
chorus yet.
why you felt alone. Love. We give it all we got. We finally left the
Still so shocked by how many like guitars are on this record. I was expecting it to be really synth heavy.
all of the foes and all of the friends have messed up
I like
before,
that.
they'll mess up again. Life is a song, it ends when it ends. It's alright, you
Like a disco ABBA influence here.
sleepless in the onyx night, but now the sky is Opalite.
This is what you expect from Max and Taylor, just like perfect melodies.
Met no one like you before. The shelter here with me, my love. Thunder like a drum, this life will beat you up. This is just a temporary speed.
I know when I'm liking a song because I'm not taking in any of the lyrics.
And I can bring you
This is playful, it's fun.
Don't you sweat it, baby, it's alright. It's Opalite. Oh, my Lord.
I could also hear Sabrina Carpenter doing this.
Like you before, no, you had to make your own.
Best one yet. Yeah, that one had like the melody really shone in that chorus and it felt really crisp and it just swept by, like you didn't even have to think about the mechanics of it. Interestingly, the production is still very 70s based, which is funny to me because the 70s is such a reference point for Jack Antonoff, and we saw it so much on the Sabrina record, the Sabrina Carpenter record. So like Max in this lane is still not what I was expecting at all. I was expecting more of that kind of like really like ricocheting beats, like the kind that we heard on like Blank Space, but that's not here at all so far. Let's go into track number 4, Father Figure. I know that this one interpolates George Michael's song of the same name, and I'm really interested to hear that.
When I found you, you were young, wayward, lost in the cold.
These drums are a little bit more of what I expected.
Turned your rags into gold. The winding road leads to me. I saw potential.
Oh.
I'll be your father figure. I drink that brown liquor. I can make deals with the devil because my dick's bigger. This love is pure profit to me. I protect
Apparently parts of this song are about her former record label CEO, Scott Borchetta, who obviously sold her masters.
Before it kisses the mahogany grain. All I ask for is your loyalty, my dear protege. I'll be your father figure. I drink that brown liquor. I can make deals with the devil because my dick's bigger.
That is an outrageous lyric to pop in the middle of the chorus.
Step into my office. I protect the family.
Oh, that's so
I
nice.
saw her changing, used to. Your thoughtless ambition sparked the ignition on foolish decisions, which led to misguided visions, led to fulfill your dreams.
Oh, I really like this bridge.
You had to get rid of me.
Oh, and
Made a deal with this devil, turns out my dick's bigger. You wanna fight?
is this
it,
about her
found
getting
it.
her masters
I got
back?
the place surrounded. You'll be sleeping with the fishes before you know you're drowning.
Good lyric.
Portraits on the mantle. Who covered up your scandals? Mistake my kindness for me. I protect the family. Leave it with me. I protect the family. Leave it with me. You know, you remind me.
Interesting. I really liked where that one went towards the end. That bridge is pretty spectacular. I was having a few difficulties with it getting through the first couple choruses, but it really lifted off towards the end. This is definitely one I'm going to come back to. Obviously, the George Michael interpolation is not that heavy. I wasn't expecting it to be, and it certainly doesn't overtake the song or define the song at all. That lyric about turns out my dick's bigger is insane to hear from Taylor Swift. Maybe not so much now, but think about her saying that like 6-7 years ago is wild. Obviously, I heard the Max Martin drums like pumping through on that one as well, which I really liked. Yeah, we're going to an interesting place, I feel like. The next track is called Eldest Daughter, which track number 5, we know that track number 5 is always an important one for a Taylor Swift record, and the title has me intrigued. Is this going to be the first true ballad of the record?
Everybody's so punk on the internet. Everyone's unbothered till they're not. When you found me, I said I was busy. That was a lie.
That's very Reputation coded. That opening part of like being surrounded by the negative feedback from the internet, and then someone finds you at exactly the right time.
I have been afflicted by a terminal uniqueness. I've been dying just from trying to seem cool. But I'm not a bad bitch with operators. But I'm never gonna break that vow. I'm never gonna leave you now.
Really nice vocals.
You know, the last time I laughed this hard was on the trampoline in somebody's back. When I said I don't believe in marriage, that was a lie.
Interesting.
Every eldest daughter was the first lamb to the slaughter. So we all dressed up as wolves and savage.
Again with the guitars on this record.
I'm never gonna leave you out.
Chorus is really sweet.
Smooth operators, but I'm never gonna break that.
I feel like she could really stick the knife in with a good bridge here. Oh, those harmonies are so good.
Is that thought that I'd never find that gone? Every youngest child felt they were raised up in the wild, but now you're home. 'Cause I'm not a bad bitch.
Is Travis Kelce the youngest child?
Savage, and I'm never gonna let you down. I'm never gonna leave you out. So I'm never gonna leave you now. I'm never gonna leave you now.
I like that one. That was really, really sweet. I was expecting to get one like that at some point, and it arrives very nicely at track number 5. Usually track number 5 is the kind of like heartbreak track that really gets you, like All Too Well, obviously, The Archer. I'm trying to think about what it was on Tortured Poets Department, but let's just go back through a few of them. My Tears Ricochet, obviously devastating. On Lover, we got The Archer, and then on Reputation, we got Delicate, which is like obviously basically a love song, but it's also really deep. But this is the first time I feel like where it's just a straight down the line love song, and that's obviously testament to where she is right now. I still want to like peel behind the curtain of the Eras tour, and I want it to get a little psychotic selfishly. Let's see if that happens, because I feel like it might, because the next track is called Ruin the Friendship. Fleetwood Mac again.
from September.
Okay, these feel like love songs now.
Watching the game from your brother's
Not
cheek.
about,
You're smart.
what's her name? I can't even remember the person she was friends with, and now people say she's not now.
An invitation.
Blake Lively.
Should've kissed you anyway, but your girlfriend was away. Should've kissed you anyway.
Oh. What?
Shiny wood floors underneath my feet.
Okay, maybe this is not about
Makes
Travis.
everything look cheap. Have fun. And see. You're looking at me.
Okay, this feels like we're going really back in time.
An invitation. Should've kissed
Definitely.
you anyway.
Nostalgic.
And it wasn't
I feel like Miley Cyrus' Secrets would slot on quite well on this record.
anyway. Don't make it awkward in second period. Might piss your ex off.
She loves a high school moment.
Saying friends are safe doesn't mean you should. When I left school, I lost track of you. Abigail called me with the bad news. Goodbye. And we'll never know why. It was not an invitation. Should've kissed you anyway. Oh, and it was not.
I like belting on this record so far has been some of the best parts of it, and that's not always the case. Like, the vocal production is A+. I don't know if that's the best advice. Some good lyrics on that one, and I really like the sound of it as well. It sounds really pretty. So much of this record so far sounds so pretty, but I want something that makes me want to like clench my fist, you know, like something that just feels tough. And I feel like we are going to get there. And once we get there, that will be off my chest, and then I can go back and listen all to the record again, which obviously I will do at several points today and really like sink into it. But the next track I've heard some things about, and maybe this is going to be the one to do it. This is track number 7, Actually Romantic. I don't know why I was just not expecting these guitars.
Boring Barbie when the coke's got you brave. High fives my ex and then you said you're glad he ghosted me. Wrote me a song saying it makes you sick to see my face. Some people might be offended, but it's
Jesus.
actually sweet. I'll hand it to you. Ooh. No man has ever loved me like you do.
My goodness. I saw things when I woke up this morning, obviously talking about this moment because it's going to be one of the big headline grabbers from this record. I don't even know where to start. That first verse is so savage. Look, I think if you're going to put something out that obviously references somebody, you've got to expect for it to come back into you in some kind of way. Obviously, Charlie XCX, this is about. The song's called Actually Romantic. She has a song called Everything is Romantic. The Coke thing is obviously a real Stan Twitter kind of vibe. And then she says, wrote me a song saying it makes you sick to see my face. But that's where this is kind of incorrect, because Sympathy as a Knife is not really, that's not the point of that song. The point of Sympathy as a Knife and the point of Brat in general is like, this is about my insecurities. This is not about you. This is about how I'm feeling right now, measuring myself up to other people, which is something that I should not be doing. And the interesting thing that happened with Lorde on the Girl So Confusing remix is Lorde was like, I see that, I feel similarly, let's bring this whole thing full circle and work it out on the remix. And I think that's why it was so fascinating to hear her talk about that. Obviously, Charli and Taylor have run into each other several points in their career. She supported her on the Reputation tour, and I think it's impossible not to measure yourself up to the biggest pop star in the world, and I don't think that Charli would deny that Taylor is the biggest pop star on earth. But at some point when you're so closely linked to her, they were dating, obviously at the time Charli was dating and Taylor was dating, both people from the 1975. So they're going to be running into each other. Charli has just released this kind of mainstream sounding pop record that hasn't placed her really in that mainstream pop vibe. Taylor, on the other hand, is in the biggest moment of her career, this Imperial era. And so Charli's naturally measuring herself up to her. I didn't take it as a diss track at all. I don't know if there's other stuff that's gone on behind the scenes, but this feels like a massive misfire to me.
Hadn't thought of you in a long time. That's how much it hurts. How many
The thing is, she's kind of shrugging it off, and I kind of like the way that she's twisting it to actually make this song sound like a love song in some kind of way. But to write the song in general and put it on your album means it is cutting in some kind of way.
As your boyfriend said, why are we always talking about it's actually sweet. All the time you've spent on me, it's honestly wild.
I thought they were fine. Didn't Taylor give that quote to V magazine saying how good her music's been and how she deserves this moment?
Like you're flirting with me.
Really good
I
bridge.
mind my business, God's my witness that I don't provoke it. It's kinda making me wet. 'Cause
Jesus.
it's actually sweet. But love me like it's actually romantic. You just give me so much attention.
See, I like the way she's kind of wilding out with these ad-libs. I want more of it. But I do not want more of that subject matter. Wow. That's really bad, actually. I feel like I don't know what's been going on behind the scenes with them, and they can have it out whatever. But that first line is pretty intense thing to put in a pop song on an album that's probably going to be the biggest album of the year. That's some Nicki Minaj kind of wilding out there. Let's move on to the next track. Number 8, Wishlist. This is the second song in New Music Friday, so I'm guessing they're giving this one a big push.
They want that yacht life under chopper blades. They want those bright lights and Balenci shades and a fat ass with a baby face. They want it all. They want that complex female character. They want that critical.
Okay, this is kind of taking the really sometimes shocking lyrics that appeared on the Tortured Poets department and doubling down on it. And I think that part of this record is about her going into almost embracing her intrusive thoughts in some kind of way. But if that's the case, I want to see more of it, and I want it to be framed differently. For example, if that Charli song was actually just her kind of buying into intrusive thoughts and just being train of subconscious thought, like Charli sometimes does at points, explore it more. What does that mean to you? How does it shape you as a person? And how was this part of what was going on behind the scenes at the Eras tour? Because I'm not really seeing that theme come to life fully right now, even though I'm seeing fragments of it that I like this lyric about they want a fat ass with a baby face. What does this now mean to you?
Palme d'Or and an Oscar on the bathroom floor. They want it.
Maybe she's going to tell us in the chorus. Okay, I like that. This is very Max and Taylor. I really like the production on this one. This is some of the best. Like, I've already said this, but this is one of my favorite things that Taylor Swift does lyrically, is that she'll look at like the broader sense of everything when she's in love, and then she'll just zone in to this one moment. It's very Reputation kind of thing. And I like this chorus for that reason. Very Max and Taylor code of this bridge.
Cause I know what I want. I just want you, baby. Have a couple kids, got the whole block looking like. Gotta make it.
Why am I imagining like the "you need to calm down" like town and them living it? Is this her saying like, don't expect anything from me for a couple years? I think I like that one. I think the production is really good on that. Really liked the bridge. A few of the lyrics like had me doing a double take, but mostly I like the vibe of it, and definitely melodically one of the stronger songs on the record so far. This is track number 9, Wood. Interesting. That's like almost obnoxiously pop, which I like. Like, I like that she's doing something like this, and I was expecting more of it across the record.
He loves me not. He loves me not. Pennies unlucky, I took him back.
This has got to be a Jackson 5 sample.
And the black cat laughed. And baby, I'll admit I've been a little superstitious.
Yeah, this is slick. This is really strange hearing Taylor on like such a forthright disco beat. I think I like it.
Redwood tree, it ain't hard to see his love was the key that opened my eyes.
Jeez.
Girls, I don't
Not
need
used to hearing
catch
Taylor
the
like this.
bouquet. To know a hard rock is on the way. And baby, I'll admit I've been a little.
This is so like cheeky, it's on the nose, but I actually am liking hearing her having fun with this.
I gotta knock on wood.
There's so much Sabrina Carpenter influence in the lyrics here, I feel like, which is weird. It's coming full circle. The teacher being taught.
It's you and me forever dancing in the dark. To see his love was the key that opened my thighs. Forgive me, it sounds cocky. Hypnotize me and open my eyes. Redwood tree, it ain't hard to see his love was the key that opened my thighs.
Some people are going to hate that. I know that they hate hearing Taylor Swift be like that cheesy and corny, but that's what I want from a Max Martin and Taylor Swift record, and Shellback, of course. It's just like so openly, just like almost dorky in a way, but I like that. Like, the beat was silly, the lyrics were just really, really silly at points as well, but it pulls it off. Like, the whole vibe of it is stitched together really nicely, and I would love some more of that. I feel like her personality in this very moment, like with Travis, obviously very happy, is really shining through on this song. Wow, we're getting through this. This is track number 10, Cancelled. Not used to a short, succinct Taylor Swift album.
It would be okay at first. The masked crusaders. Did your girl boss too close to the sun? Did they catch you having far too much fun? Come with me, when they see us, they'll run. Something wicked this way comes. Good thing I like my friends canceled. And where it gets quite dark, at least you know exactly who your friends are. They're the ones with matching scars. It's easy to love.
Not really sure where she's going with this lyrically.
Tone deaf and hot, let's fucking off her. Did you make a joke only a man could? Were you just too smug for your own good? Or bring a tiny violin to a knife fight? Baby, that all makes sense.
I mean, the whole cancel culture thing and like kind of going against, I don't know if this is being explored with any more nuance that it already has in the past. Like, I also agree that cancel culture is not the most effective way to deal with things, but like, what are we saying by saying she likes them cloaked in Gucci and in Scandal? I know that's meant to be somewhat like tongue-in-cheek, but I'm just not really understanding what the big statement she's making here is. That said, the melody of the chorus is very good.
Scars. They stood by me before my exoneration. They believed I was innocent, so I'm not here for judgment.
Voice sounding great there. That lyric, that's the side of Taylor Swift that I do not fuck with. She always puts one of these songs on her albums and I never gel with them. So annoying because the production's really like good and meaty. Just zone in on that line because that's the crux of this song. I salute you if you're much too much to handle, because that's something that she's brought up so many times in terms of her own relationships on record. So that's like the point of this song. But by using cancelled and going down this my friends cancelled kind of things, like which of her friends are cancelled apart from Blake Lively maybe? Okay, I think you know by now that that's not my favorite song on the album, but she always has one like that in there, and I never really gel with it. I'm trying to think of the Midnights one, Vigilante shit. That one just didn't gel with me as well, and Cancelled feels like the Vigilante shit of this album. This is track number 11, Honey. It's very folklore, those keys. And now that's very Max. This is the folklore and Maxwell's coming together. I like that. Oh, I like this. Oh, we're not even getting... Wait, have we got the chorus yet? Oh, okay. This is so Max and Taylor and Shellback.
You could be my forever nightstand, honey. When anyone called me, sweetheart, it was passive aggressive. At the bar, don't fit me, and I cried the whole way home. But you touch my face.
This bit's really nice. Understand how strange some of these production choices are for Max. When you think his most recent projects have been Ariana Grande and The Weeknd, this is so different.
And graffiti my whole damn life. Lovely, they were finding ways not to praise me, but you say it like you're in awe of me, and you stay until the morning. honey. When anyone called me sweetheart, it was passive aggressive. Do me wrong.
Actually, really like these lyrics. The like flip of being called sweetheart, honey, lovely in a negative way, and then him doing it in a positive way. I like that.
But you can call me honey if you want.
I like that. That's one of my favorites so far. That's exactly what I expected them to do in terms of the production of the record. And I think that it brings in like her new way of writing lyrics really well as well. That's some of her best lyrical work on the whole album yet. Yeah, interesting. I am still waiting for this like look behind the scenes of the life of a showgirl, or what it means to be a showgirl or a performer, the pressure, the very unique perspective that you have on the world. I think she did a really good job with that on like Clara Bow of the Tortured Poets department. And there's been moments where she's really like put in little Easter eggs and stuff, but I want a song that really delves into it. And maybe we're going to get that with the final track, which is the title track, which features Sabrina Carpenter. Interestingly enough, she's the one that I've probably heard the most throughout this whole record. So it totally makes sense that she features on this. Let's go track number 12, the final song.
Her name was Kitty, made her money being pretty and witty. They gave her the keys to
I
this
like the
city.
production here.
Then they said she didn't do it legitly. I waited by the stage door, packed in with the autograph hounds, barking her name, then glowing like the end of a cigarette. Wow.
Yeah, this is getting into the themes that I thought she would more.
Then she said to me, hey, thank you for the love of girl, babe, and you're never ever gonna wait.
I want more of that. Like, answer that question. What don't we know? Because I think that's the most interesting part about this theme, and it hasn't really been answered.
The more you play, the more that you pay. You're softer and you're never gonna wanna. She
Sabrina.
was a menace, the baby of the family in Lennox.
She sounds so good.
Like all men did. As the club promoter arrived, she said I'd sold my soul to have a taste of a magnificent life. It's all mine, but that's not what showgirls get. They leave us for dead.
They sound great together.
Thank you for the lovely bouquet. You're softer than a kitten, so you don't know the life of a showgirl, babe, and you're never gonna wanna. I took her pearls of wisdom, hung them from
come
my
on.
neck. I paid my dues with every bruise. I knew what to expect. Do you wanna take a skate? Oh, now, baby dolls, I couldn't if I tried. So I say, thank you for the lovely bouquet. I'm married to the hustle, and now I know the life of a showgirl, babe, and I'll never know another.
I really like the way that this is written.
Lipstick and lace, sequins are forever, and now I know the life of a showgirl, babe. Wouldn't have it any other way.
And of course, Sabrina.
I love you, Taylor. That's our show. We love you so much. Good night.
That's a good ending. I really like that as an ending. It gives like a good tie up of this period in her life where obviously she's on the biggest tour in the world for like almost 2 years. She's in and out of love throughout the whole thing. There's so much that she has to unpack, and I just wish there was more of it across the whole thing. And maybe there is. I'll go back and listen to it and pick out more things, but that goes into exactly what I wanted to hear and what I want to hear more of across the record. Like, we can get rid of cancelled, get rid of actually romantic, replace it with what happens when you're finishing a show like this, the adrenaline pumping, and then you're alone by yourself. That's kind of the thing that I wanted answered on this whole record, and I'm not sure if it was totally answered. In saying that, A lot of really strong hooks on here. The production was not what I expected at all. But I think by the end, I was kind of getting the flow of where they were going with this. It was like 1989 meets 1979 in terms of the production style. And it's interesting to hear Max in that lane. He's obviously always so inspired by the 80s and synth pop, but that's almost totally gone on here. Really liked the moments where she had a lot of fun with it. Wish List was a moment that I quite liked. I liked what she was doing on Wood. I also liked what she was doing on the Fate of Ophelia and Opalite as well. There's many moments that I have to go back to and listen to over, because I don't know if you feel like this, but when an album doesn't meet your expectations, you almost have to rewire your brain. And I don't mean that in terms of this being really bad. I don't mean that at all. I had a certain sound in my mind of what this was going to sound like, and it doesn't sound like that. And now I'm interested to go through that rewiring process. There are some really good lyrics on this. There are some lyrics that I could have done without, but I think it is an interesting project to pair the narrative-driven kind of fairy tale-led work of Folklore and Evermore with Max Martin Shellback, really poppy, like hard-hitting production. That's really interesting to hear. Love bringing Sabrina Carpenter in through in the end. She's definitely like the most Tay daughter kind of artist. And it's interesting to hear Taylor inspired by her most recent work at points on this record as well. Obviously very interested to hear what you guys think. Let me know in the comments, and let's chat about the Life of a Showgirl.